Good morning, Don Smith. I am here to inform you that your deadline has been changed from the 27th of May to the 22nd.
What? Another deadline change? But why?
The director recalls a raving audience and worries if we don't get this season out in time, they'll riot. Pitchforks and all. By the way, I've noticed you've been showing a lot of negative emotion after we gave you the task of writing for that Saturday evening show. If I were you, I'd turn that frown upside down, as they say, and soon you're setting what we like to call a bad example here at NBC.
You know, I think all you need to do is wear a bright, winning smile on your face. Remember, if you smile, you'll feel happier. And the chemistry, you know?
How can I smile if I'm not happy?
Give it a shot. It'll do you wonders.
Don Smith, normally a reliable and hard-working writer at NBC, is now tired of hiding his frustration as the workday becomes more laborious. In this state, his actions seem understandable. They follow the average human reaction to an event as such. But if Don Smith continues down this path, such a mindset could reform thoughts of rebellion. You are about to enter a bizarre world of thought and ideas, a purely fictional world at that. You are about to enter the PM 606 zone.
Don, how do you fare?
It's Don Smith, not Don. You gotta say it with the last name, or else it just doesn't sound right.
Right, I keep forgetting, sorry. Anyways, I hardly see you smiling these days. All I ever see you wear upon your face is a wretched losing smile. It wouldn't hurt to lighten up a bit, would it?
Why is the losing frown wretched? Is it because of the negative emotion it carries? But what's a man without negative emotion? I'd argue that's not a man at all.
You took my speech way too seriously. I only need help. Anyways, do you want to join us for lunch? We're gonna go find a place now.
No thanks.
O glorious puddle, mixture of mud and water, could you possibly grant my wish? I know it's a lot to ask from a puddle, but all I want is something to mask my lack of happiness. I should have known that a puddle wouldn't abide by my sound waves and wouldn't give me that wish. Maybe I'll try again later.
What the heck? Well, goodness! What's going on here?
Good to see me finally smiling, isn't it? You're right. I do feel a lot better.
How can you see through that thing? And why are you wearing a mask?
Got a little sick of failing to smile as demanded by the NBC Corporation. Now I have a new, permanent smile. A hard day of work, my sadness will be masked by happiness. Now I can finally meet the demands of NBC and society as a whole.
It's genius. I can't believe no one ever thought of that before. I'm gonna make one too. The workday will become so much easier for everyone now.
Really expecting anyone to join my protest, but I accept your joining.
Protest? What name is this protest? could not dismiss the winning smile as such a low move. No, this is far more.
I am here to inform you that the deadline has been moved to the 21st. Oh, that's a nice little mask. You really took my advice into consideration, didn't you? What a brilliant idea. I'd never seen that before. I will never have to look at your drooping complexion ever again.
You're missing the point, just like Bob did.
I don't see how that could be. Anyway, you heard. The deadline is now sooner. Good luck.
Hey, it's the guy who started all of this. Bob told me all about what he did. Great idea.
Yeah, no, I'm done.
Hey, we're going.
Do you guys understand what the purpose of this is? This was meant to protest the society that forces us to be happy all the time. And in a sense, this corporation. You guys clearly don't understand that, so I'm leaving.
A brand new invention begins filling offices all around the country and maybe all across the world someday. The winning smile mask, a now essential business item that rivals the pen and notepad. But if you don't work in an office building or have been living under a rock for the past few days, you might ask, what exactly is a mask doing alongside a pen and notepad? Well, to find that out, we'll go to the very beginning of the incident, as stated by John Richmond, advisor to the president of NBC and supervisor of NBC, a scriptwriter who wore a mask. Whoever started this had better get on their feet and establish themselves before the frauds get involved. The winning smile would continue to exist as an office item for 25 years until it was discovered by the nefarious smiling winner. But that's another story. Salutations, I am Waterbug, and welcome back to good old PM606. And in this video, I'm going to be playing sublevels 31 to 40, well, pretty more so 32 to 40. I was originally going to pick up where I left off last time, which was a long time ago. It's taken a long time to prepare this episode. At sublevel 36, but last time I kind of cheated. I was carried by Bad Jacob 24 most of the time, and so I kind of feel bad about that. So I want to do 31 to 40 legitimately, and I know them fairly well by now. Not as well as some people, but I'm somewhat confident in my abilities, so I'll just be doing that in this video. I've shown 31 multiple times, so I'll cut to when I reach 32. Alright comrades, here we are. We've landed in sublevel 32. And I have to say, I really like this sublevel. You're in pitch darkness, you have to grope around, find your surroundings. It's a really fresh sort of gameplay in PM606. I know there are some dark levels, but this is something else. Smiler. Yeah. Button's right there. You can find the button based on a wall that's standing out. This might sound really confusing now, but if you look at the wiki map, you'll see the buttons surrounded by a few walls. And to find the exit, you gotta listen to a faint noise, which an inverted red winning smile wall plays. Hear that? That's from the wall. And that's your cue to the exit location, which is behind 4 purple doors. And it's really confusing because often when you're circling around the purple doors, you don't know if you've gone through a purple door section and you're in the exit. Oh, yeah, you see, I'm in the exit area, but it was really hard to notice the transition. Overall, I just think this is a really good level, really fresh. You get clues as to where to go. It's challenging. I knew where the smiler was. It's not so bad, but if you're just groping around for the first time, it's really scary and pretty difficult. I just gotta say, I love that level. That's a 10 out of 10 level in my book. As for this level, on the other hand, this is probably my least favorite level in the entire game. There's one button right here. You saw how close I was to the spawn. That unlocks the exit, which is nearby. After you press the button, that's it. No smilers here. Nothing worth interest. Just boring, faded, winning smile walls. That's it. Doesn't even serve a purpose as a break sub-level because we're barely past the fourth. Is it the third or fourth checkpoint? It's the third. We're barely past the third checkpoint. It's just a boring, pointless, short maze. Every time I go through it, I wonder, why is this here? Sub-level 34 is a little better than 33. It's got a bit more going for it. The layout is a little fresh in comparison to the other sub-levels. It's nothing very interesting, but is something we haven't seen before. I'm a little disappointed though in the fact that there's one smiler, and considering the way you can watch for the smilers, it would have been a good sub-level to put a bunch of smilers in. So it's also a fairly lackluster, oops, I went the wrong way there. The long way, because you can go all the way around. It's also a fairly lackluster sub-level in my opinion. It's not the worst, but it doesn't really have anything interesting going for it other than the weird, somewhat difficult, very intimidating obby at the end. It just feels like you might as well bring us to that obby immediately. But don't worry, comrades. After this sub-level, it will start to get really good. It will start to get to the height of the PM606 sub-levels, in my opinion. I have to say, I think Smiling Winner and Cheese and Melkea, however much they're working on the game, I think they're focusing too much on offsets. I think really there ought to be more sub-levels, because that's why you play PM606. The offsets are kind of cool, but when there's so many, it gets pretty weird, and you just want to see more sub-levels. This obby is absolutely terrifying. It's not that hard, but as you can see, there's a bit of an illusion that comes with the PM606 warped filter. And when you know that, oh my gosh, when you know that you can fall and instantly die at any moment and lose a bit of progress, it is terrifying. We managed to do it there though. Since you've done it a few times, it's okay. If you can beat sub-level 12, you can beat it, but it is a bit scary. Here we go. This really good sub-level coming up. Really original. There are 2 floors. I think it's the first. Maybe they did something like this in Multiverse. I'm pretty sure it's the first sub-level to use this 2-floor concept, or it's the first sub-level to use the 2-floor concept really well. So you go through this hidden wall, you get up here to another section. There's no danger in the section below me, but the section here has oh my goodness, what's it called? A glass smiler, a glitch smiler. Oh my god, I forgot what it's called. Someone in the comments, please tell me. I used to remember what it was called. It has an extremely fast smiler, extremely intimidating, surrounded by a white glow. And when it comes at you, I think it does 99 damage, and it sends you to the bottom of the floor. And yes, it gets stuck a lot, but when it isn't stuck, I'm pretty sure it's stuck right now, unfortunately. When it isn't stuck, it makes for an absolutely terrifying experience. And yes, you can be a loser and wait to heal every time you get hit, but if you don't do that, it's really fun and a thrilling experience. And so we got the button there, and so now we know there are buttons up here. I forgot where the next button is, to be honest. Oh gosh. Yeah, that's the noise I make. I still don't remember what it's called. The shard smile? I don't remember. Hopefully it will get I'm going to regret saying that. Hopefully it will get unstuck so you guys can see it in action if you haven't already. So you see, we unlocked that, so that makes way for the button there, and you can plan your routes. It's a really good concept. I just love this sub-level. When the smiler doesn't get stuck. Alright, so we head over there. And that unlocks a button to the rightmost area. It's a little tedious going back and forth, but I think I'll live with it. It's enough of a novelty to get away with the tedium of backtracking. I don't know if it's still stuck or not, so I'm going to play it safe. If you see it isn't stuck, then move really slowly and peek. Make sure to peek through all the corners. It's like, oh, flipping heck, I missed that. You have to do that one first. I keep forgetting that. I practiced earlier too. It's like when you're biking on the road, you should always assume there's going to be a car coming from one side of the road. It's a bit like that. Alright, so we take a right here, button here, and we'll go back. I'll cut to when I reach the upper section. Here we are. I think he's still stuck, which is unfortunate because it would be really cool if there were a tense flight from the smiler, but at the same time it would make me look bad because I would probably get hit by the I wanted to do this item list, but if I'm about to get hit, I'm using this. Oh boy. I knew, as I was saying, that made me look bad, so I'm a bit sad. One button left. Gotta be... He's right there. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Alright, he's over there. Ah! Oh! Oh, I hate this. Oh my gosh. Alright, I'm gonna peek out. The problem is it all looks bright, so it's hard to tell if he's in a place or not. Oh my gosh. Okay, alright, come on. We got the button at least. I'm so worried he's just gonna come out of a corner though. Oh my gosh. I really don't want to use items. I wanted to make this without using items, but if he comes out there, I don't want this run to end. Okay, well we're fully healed, so I say we did it. Alright, and he's stuck, so it was fine after all. Let's get hit by him so we can get to the bottom of to the next floor. Alright, there you go. I can imagine when this game gets a few fixes and people start doing speedrunners using that smiler as a mechanic to get to the lower floor more quickly. That's really cool. This sub-level is a bit of a weird one. There are two buttons. One of them, no, there's one button in the code, and the layout of this sub-level is randomized. I think the purpose of this sub-level was to test randomization for the randomizer DLC, but it's weird nonetheless. There's one hidden wall, and there are I think about 4 walls that look like they're hidden walls, and which one, okay, good. That time it worked. Which one you can go through is different each time. It's a really weird layout. The code and the button are next to each other. To be honest, it feels like this level was created by the Void or artificial intelligence or something, because it's randomized and these are next to each other. It's a really weird artificial feeling. 139258647. Gosh, I envy those people who can look at numbers as a large collection of numbers and memorize them immediately. That skill would really pay off in moments like this. There isn't that much going for it, but it's interesting enough to not criticize, I suppose. It's just so weird. It's said to be made by Roblox. It has no lore significance, regular ambience. It's a weird sub-level. Alright, 139258674. That took me a bit too long. Oh well. No! Are you joking? Kidding me? Alright, there we go. Oh boy, the next few sub-levels are the sub-levels in which you slowly lose health and you gotta get to the exit in time. The first one isn't so bad. The timer is fairly generous. My strategy for the first level, and by the way, you only start getting hit after you go beyond the threshold. My strategy for this level is to kind of go in the middle and then make sharp turns to the right every now and then. And with that, I've been able to get to the exit on time, at least pretty much most of the time. So see, sometimes I'm making sharp right, but mostly I'm going forward. Forward and right overall is the key. And if you do that, it's a pretty easy sub-level. This next one is pretty dang hard though. The timer is not generous. It's long. Make sure to always go through this Jamal first, because you don't get damaged in this section. First, the button is on the left section, and getting there isn't so bad. You kind of go to the right here, and you head down a bit. But there are few dead ends, and the timer is pretty strict. And getting back out into the glass section there to reach the exit is always extremely intimidating, because you're losing health. Even if you take all the right ways, you'll have red health. Oops. You'll have red health when you're leaving. I've gone the wrong way. Oh no. I was distracted by my commentary. So you have to get over on the other side. And you have to go forward for a bit longer than you'd think. Flipping heck. Oh no. Please spare me. Oh gosh. So you go here. Oh gosh. I don't know if I can make it in time. So you go here, and then you head down here, and then the final section is here. He isn't real. By the way, that's a reference to the evil. The evil isn't actually real, but he doesn't want to know that. He doesn't want you to know that. But someone wants you to know that, so he wrote down that the evil isn't real. Guys, I think I'm on to the lore in this game. Oh boy, sub-level 39. I think this might be my favorite sub-level in the game so far. You go through these extremely dirty, extremely dark, Silent Hill-like sections. And there are 3 buttons, and the maze is huge. The first button is pretty easy to remember. You just, once you enter this section, you go for the left a bit, and then you head forward, and then it's in the right section. The next button is what messes me up. So you head back to this area, right? And looking for it's not so hard to find. You just go forward, but getting back for some reason from here is where I always get lost. I almost always get lost. So first right here, after entering this big section here where you can see down pretty far, is the general location of the button. So you take a, nope, not yet. You take a right here, and then another right here. You should see Jamal's here, and then a white wall that you can go through. That's where the button is. Getting back though, the exit isn't far, but I always get lost. It's really confusing leaving because you go through a lot of disorienting routes and change direction a lot. Gasser Smiler. So these guys, if you go near them, they drain your health a bit with the toxic clouds about them, or the toxic gas. Okay, he's stuck, so we gotta creep around him. I haven't tested how much damage they actually do, and I think I'm going the wrong way. I think I'm lost. I am lost. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. No, this is a completely different section. I'm totally lost. This is bad. This is really bad. It's confusing because I don't even know how to get back now. It's confusing because this looks like a previous section, but it's different. It's another section that also happens to have a long hallway. Oh no, I don't even remember how to get back to where I was. This is bad. This is really bad. Oh no. And it doesn't drain out that quickly, but I am losing health. I gotta get out of here. Yes, 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 yes. Here we go. Alright. I said I wasn't going to use items, but oh, I might have to. I might have to. I'm really low. I got lost there again. Alright, I'm going this way this time. The button is around. So you go up here, then you take a right coming up. First right here, coming up. Take another right. Then you'll just see a dead end here, and that's where the button is. Good. I have to backtrack. I think I'm dead. I think I have to use items, sadly. Healing item. I'm too lost. I got too lost. Ah! Gotta wait here. And then this section is really easy to find the button in. You just go forward overall until you see a white wall, or you take a left here, and then frowning wall. I gotta heal. I feel bad about that, but I don't want to have to redo this again. It's too long. I don't have all day. Oh well. Alright. So this is the final section There's a button to the left here. It's the only button that unlocks the area. The rest are just dead ends. And then we head to sublevel 40. Overall, this is just a great sublevel. It introduces a weird new smiler, which is really cool. It's got unique Silent Hill dirty texture. I love dirty textures in TV games. And then to top it off with sublevel 40, probably the best fight in PM606 so far that I've played. I haven't played the Aegis fight so far. In the fight. And this smiling sculpture, you can see all around his room. He's got different kinds of sculptures. He uses sculptures against you as spikes. And then the beam, this isn't the beams going across the floor. That's not the most original attack, but at least the colors fit the aesthetic of the room. And I do like these weird abstract art paintings. And then to get him stunned, you have to lure him into one of the bombs. It is really cool. It feels of professional quality, I have to say. And in the first phase, I didn't show you there, but you can stand on his head without being hit. But now you can't. Ooh, almost got hit by that. Now you can't do that in the second phase. And the first few phases, it's not so bad. But in the phase in which Smiling Painter will join, it gets pretty tight, as you will see. He's coming, so we're going to stun him now. And don't underestimate the bombs, because they do a lot of damage, and their range is deceptively far. And as you can see, as the stages go on, he starts shooting more beams. The attacks get more damaging, I think. Not sure if they get more damaging, but more intimidating at least. And then there are some weird paintings on the side, just a blank screen. Oh gosh, I think that painting up there is the house. I don't know, in one of Smiling Winner's experiences or something. There's a portrait of Smiling Winner looking out onto the moon, but no, I don't think he's actually that broody in real life. It's just an image he wants to preserve. Smiling Painter comes. This is when the fight gets intense. There's now a ring of fire. The arena's even smaller. He's shooting fireballs. This fireball attack is really hard to avoid because they take up so much space and it's hard to see where they're coming from. My advice for dodging the fireballs is generally try when Smiling Painter isn't using the Smiler attack to stay around the edges of the arena. And yes, he's down. Smiling Painter is still active. So you still have to be wary while you're hitting him. It's just so tight. I loved it. Alright, so I can observe all the fireballs from here, but when you're in the middle, it's really hard to see where the fireballs are going. And you can see how tight is there. You have to weave around the smilers. And now he's shooting 5 beams. It's so intense. I love it. Oh gosh, that was close. Ow, jeez, I got hit twice. Oh no, get him. Oh my gosh, I thought I was dead. The smilers just stopped moving. I guess they stopped moving after a while. I thought I was dead. I took a lot of damage from the explosions, and then I was really, I was not cautious enough hitting Smiling Sculptor. And that is PM606, all the sub-levels for now. I don't know when 41 to 50 release. I was told they release in, was it August of this year? They released August of this year, but they didn't, of course. So I have no idea when they're coming out. For now, you just go to Limbo. But I'm despite there not being that many sub-levels in this game, I'm really happy with 31 to 40. I don't think it's the best cluster because 33 and 34 are pretty disappointing, and 36 is a little lackluster. I don't think it's as good as cluster 11 to 20, which is just perfect most of the time, but this is definitely up there as one of the best clusters. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you have a great day or night, comrade, if you're watching this late at night. I know some of you folks do that. Whew.